One of Us is a dialogue podcast profiling people in and around the Diocese of Wilmington. It also appears in writing in the print edition and online at thedialogue.org. The featured subject could be someone who works behind the scenes at your church or school, volunteers at the parish, or is a regular churchgoer or longtime parish member. Do you want to suggest a person to be profiled? My name is Joseph P. Owens, and I'm editor and general manager here at The Dialogue. Drop an email to me at jowens@thedialogue.org or call 302-295-0695 if you have a suggestion for an interview subject. Jeff Dunn is a parishioner of Holy Family in Newark. He was nominated as a one of Us candidate by Kathy Weaver. Jeff, thank you for joining us.
Well, glad to be here, Joe.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about your connection. Obviously, Kathy is administrator here at Mary Dale, so I want to know what your connection is there. But let's start out with where did you grow up, and how long have you been involved with your parish here now and the church in general?
Well, I was born and raised in Woodbury, New Jersey. I attended St. Pat's Parochial School for 8 years. I was taught by the Dominican nuns. And basically, when I moved to Newark, I guess Newark 23 years ago,
right?
I joined Holy Angels Parish. And to me, I feel I was blessed to serve 10 years as an usher at their at their Sunday Mass.
Right.
And that got me involved with the church over here in Delaware.
Okay.
So.
And then you got involved with Holy Family at some point?
Not really.
Okay.
We 3 years ago we moved into a 55 community.
Got it.
And so we left Holy Angels, but my background with a parish would be my 20-some years with Holy Angels.
Got it. And I got to tell you, I live next door in West Deptford.
Oh, my gosh.
So I know Woodbury, and I know St. Patrick's.
Okay.
Beautiful little church there in Woodbury. So, and it is holy. Well, actually, that's called Holy Angels Parish now too.
It's all changed.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. So when you said Holy Angels, you were talking about the
right here.
Wood. Oh, here in Delaware.
Delaware.
Oh, I got you. Okay, but it's also Holy Angels in Woodbury. It is now. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to get confused there. So you're retired. You're a retired person now, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell us about your former occupation and also your family.
Occupation, I graduated from Fairleigh Dickinson University up in North Jersey.
Got it.
And began a career in I'll say industrial sales, but it was geared to municipalities, municipal government. My whole career basically was selling or representing. I was a regional manager for a number of years, and then worked with various distributors of sewer cleaning equipment.
Oh, wow.
The jetting trucks with jetting the sewer lines, the big vacuum trucks that clean out the sewer lines. So that was my
interesting.
That was my basic career. And then when the cameras came out, we became very active in selling the sewer cameras. They would run up down the sewer line.
Yeah,
looking for cracked pipes.
Yeah.
Almost like a colonoscopy on a
bigger, That's important work. Yeah.
And I also was involved with street sweepers, vacuum and regenerative.
Okay.
So that's my career, basically, county government, DOT, DelDOT, PennDOT, as well as the city of Newark operates 3 or 4 of my various pieces. Not that I sold now, but
right.
But that's my background.
And your family?
Wife Bess, we've been married 55 plus years.
Congratulations.
You would understand she's from Camden.
Okay.
You can relate to that.
Yeah.
We've got our oldest child is our son Michael Sean, and we've got a daughter Christina Dowdy. Now she lives here in Newark.
Okay.
And 5 healthy, wonderful grandchildren. 2 great grandchildren.
Wow.
So we've been blessed.
Holidays are fun at your place?
Yeah.
Boisterous, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of energy.
Especially when the great granddaughter leaves. She's just turned 5 and she's a whirlwind.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, we're kind of we went through the grandchildren stage, and now we're going through the great granddaughter.
You are blessed.
So absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So we talk here about faith and spirituality. You're obviously a devout Catholic. I was wondering if you could tell us what is the most important part of your spirituality.
Boy. Well, I'm going to say my Aunt Margaret.
Okay,
and
sure.
By that,
she was a sister.
She was a sister of Charity, New York, and she was born in Shamokin, Pennsylvania, in 1882, 1882, and
right.
joined. Took her on her 18th birthday. She took her vows, and in 1903 she began teaching in the Archdiocese of New York school system.
Right,
and she spent her whole career there. She was known in her later years as the little angel of the West Side of New York.
Okay.
She was about 4'10", and
right.
My parents, my brother and I, we would go up there once a year to visit her at whatever convent she would be in, and then once a year she would come down to our house because her sister lived with us. So to me, she was always Aunt Margaret.
Right.
And on her 98th birthday, and we also marked her 80th year as a Sister of Charity, the Archbishop of New York, John J. McGuire, came to her convent and said her birthday mass.
Wow!
And that was a thrill.
Yeah.
And so She had a lot of. Then once I got graduate college and got married or started my marriage, she would write me a provisional prayer. She write me at least once a month.
Yeah.
And then when our children were born, every other week she'd write me a letter, just as a nun would do.
Right.
Encourage me and do this.
Yeah.
Teach them to get them to read.
Right. Sure.
So
absolutely.
That's. That and as I say, 8 years as with the Dominicans. That gave me my background.
Yeah, having a member of the clergy or a member of religion or a religious person in the family always has a lasting effect on people. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's. I was blessed on that way. As well.
It's like a special connection that.
And then I guess. When we moved into Newark, and we joined the Holy Angels Parish here off of Possum Park Road, and I joined the AOH, which is the Ancient Order of Hibernians.
Yes,
it's a Catholic men's service organization.
Right.
I've been in there for over 20 years, but what we did was every Christmas we would raise money to give it away. We support the 4 parishes here in Newark: Holy Angels, Holy Family, St. John the
Baptist.
Holy cow, E.A. Seton, and Christ the Teacher.
Oh, okay.
So every Christmas, every December, we give a contribution to those 4 parishes, also to their 4 St. Vincent de Paul societies.
Nice.
And then at Catholic Schools Week.
Yeah,
we supply a Chick-fil-A lunch.
Nice.
To the Christ the Teacher School and Holy Angels.
Wow.
So doing that over the years, I developed a real good relationship with the pastors at the Holy Angels, Father Jim Jackson.
Yes.
And Father Arthur Fury.
Yes.
So that kind of got me involved with the
Father
church.
Carlos now, right?
Yes, sir.
I saw him last night.
So that was my background in the church here. We moved into a 55 community 3 years ago, so I'm now at Holy Family, but my background for over 20 years was Holy Angels.
That makes sense. So tell us a little bit about your connection with the church. You got lots of stuff. We're sitting here at Marydale Senior Living, and you're involved here, but what keeps you going in your connection with the church?
Oh, boy. Just just my faith. I mean, there's nothing in particular. Dan here, he's a part of the Holy AOH, and he talked to me, mentioned to me a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, that hey, you're retired, and Marydale could use they've got a paratransit bus. Would you be interested?
Right.
So I came over, talked to Kathy, and August 3 years ago, I began driving the paratransit bus.
Wow.
Every Tuesday, we leave about at 10 o'clock, and I take the ladies, basically all ladies, I take them to one of four supermarkets.
Right.
And so that keeps me involved. And that's what got me involved, I guess, over here.
Right.
So
that's a great service, and that's a real ministry that you're.
It's wonderful. It's kind of funny. I'm helping these ladies up and onto the bus, off the bus. It's a high step up.
Yeah.
And I get to hold their hand as they come down. I go back up, and and I'm older than all of them. But.
If you still got the energy,
but
you still got the strength.
I'm the driver. I've got a Jim Hoffmeister is I call him the captain. He rides in the front seat.
Okay.
In case there's any kind of an emergency.
Sure.
But that's kind of a neat thing. Listening to the ladies chit chat in the back of the bus.
I'm certain that they are very grateful for it. So I want to ask you. We asked this question with most of our interviews. If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? I've kind of changed that question a little bit. If you could change one thing in your life with God, what would it be? However you want to answer that. If you want to talk about your life, or you want to talk about your spiritual life, whatever you think.
Boy, oh boy. Holy cow. I have an extremely strong devotion to God. And again, through my background with Aunt Margaret, but with the prostate cancer, every day I talk to what I call Lord, Father, Holy Ghost, and Blessed Mother. I talk to the four of them, and then I'm at least twice a day I'm talking to St. Jude and St. Anthony.
Right.
Okay, and St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, and I'm talking to them to help me through my cancer treatments.
Right.
I was blessed to qualify for a prostate cancer trial, and I'm in the second year of a 2-year trial period. So I talk to them out on my patio or on my deck, and since I developed the cancer, it's brought me. It has me, as I say, talking to St. Jude, St. Anthony. It's brought me closer to the church. I don't even think about what I have. I just enjoy. I enjoy just talking to them.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, Jeff. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Now, you probably have a lot of Catholic friends, but you may have some non-Catholic friends too. If a non-church member comes to you and asks, "Why should I be Catholic?" What would you tell them?
Oh boy. First of all, you'd have to. I think that they should have a desire to really meet Jesus, to want to know about him.
Right.
Not only Jesus, but Blessed Mother. And if they don't know, try to understand that she agreed to bear our Lord. Gave birth to him and cared for him from his birth until she raised him into the young man that he was.
Right.
And I think you would have to have a desire to want to do that.
I mean, that's a good path that you're laying out there. It's kind of a difficult question, but let me ask you this. I think you'll find this a little bit more in your wheelhouse. What does your faith mean to you?
It means everything. I'm not a holy roller,
Right.
and I'm not trying to, I'm not overly religious. I don't talk
Yeah.
about my religion. It's a personal thing with me. I go back to the 8 years with the Dominican nuns, and more importantly to my Aunt Margaret.
Right.
And I just consider myself blessed to have my religion.
Yeah.
And as I say now, on Sundays at Mass, with my health issue, it gives me a lot of comfort.
Yeah.
So.
And we're blessed to have you on One of Us here today. So thank you for joining us, Jeff.
Okay.
And thank you for joining One of Us, a profile on people who support the church in the Diocese of Wilmington. And don't forget to follow us online at thedialogue.org for your latest in Catholic news and features.